Well, welcome everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Hey, Sean.
Yes, you're all set.
All right. Sorry about the technical issues. We're sitting online and then machine just froze up. So anyway, let's kick this thing off. Welcome everybody. We're really pleased that you can join us today for our session on trends in data, talent, and AI. We'll do some really quick intros just of who the Answer Company is, and then I will be handing things off to our friends at ADP, who are going to teach us a little bit today about AI and what it means in payroll HCM world. So just by way of intros, my name is Sean Ostheimer. I'm the founder here at the Answer Company. We have both existing customers of the Answer Company and some prospective customers joining us today. So for those of you who are existing customers of the Answer Company, this is the team that you would typically be working with. Should you be interested in learning more about ADP, Craig Elander leads our customer success team, and his right-hand man is Philippe. I'm sure you all have talked to them at some point. I lead new business at the Answer Company for prospective customers who are also interested. I would certainly be a good point of contact. So just a little bit about us. We are an Acumatica reseller. We've been doing, we haven't been doing Acumatica for 30 years because it's not 30 years old, but we've been selling and implementing ERP for 30 years. There's 50 of us across Canada. And we're super excited to be in this partnership with ADP. ADP is a really strategic partner for both Acumatica and the Answer Company here in Canada. We are a gold certified partner. We represent Acumatica across all of their major industry editions: construction, distribution, manufacturing, retail, professional services. And so we really have a solution that's quite broad, but has been verticalized through our industry options so that this becomes a solution that is very relevant for customers. And so happy to, if there'll be some contact information at the end of this. There is a chat on the right-hand side of your screen. If there are any questions that come up that you would like us to address, we'll probably leave it till the end, but please, we're anxious to hear from you. And with that, quick introductions. I'm joined here by Jeff and Jamie. I'm going to be handing things off to Jeff. He'll do a little bit of intros, I think, and then Jamie's going to jump in and teach us a little bit about AI. So it's all yours, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Sean. Appreciate you in this opportunity and this partnership. So as we're pulling up some of these slides that we'll go through, just want to say good day to everyone and appreciate you taking some time out of your day to learn a little bit about AI, a little bit about ADP's perspective on AI, what we're doing in AI. So if you could, Jamie, this is what we'll go through here over the next 30 or so minutes. Quick word on ADP, as Sean had mentioned. We'll give you some market insight around trends in HR and AI. What's possible, right? When you think about HR and payroll, what's possible with Gen AI? And then what are we doing to innovate around Gen AI here at ADP? So just real quick, word about myself. Been with ADP about 18 years. I've been in the industry a little over 20. And for that time, I've been consulting with businesses on finding their fit with the right HR and payroll application for their business journey. Currently working with great partners like Sean and the Answer Company, and really specializing in HCM's fit within the ERP ecosystem, specifically Acumatica. So before we get to Jamie, I wanted to just say a couple words about ADP. If you guys aren't familiar, we've been in business for over 75 years since day one. And our goal has been to simplify the lives of our customers and provide them with peace of mind after transferring payroll complexities to us. Today, ADP is the most widely used processor of payroll in the world. And in Canada, we remit over $140 billion in tax payments annually. Additionally, no one in our industry invests more each year in its products, and I think you'll see that here in just a moment, and its customer experience than ADP. When it comes to innovation, compliance, and security, ADP really does have you covered. So, want to just touch on Workforce Now. Workforce Now is the product at the core of our discussion today. It is in use by over 90,000 businesses and it has garnered widespread adoption, not just because it's an all-in-one solution, but because it's the one solution that seamlessly connects to all systems while providing AI-powered insights, multiple support options, and really turnkey workflows to simplify your lives. So you should know with Workforce Now, we have a very responsible approach to enhancing our capabilities around AI. It fuels the application. We have a very careful approach to improving our connections with our ERP partners like Acumatica. And we're consistently focused on the right support model to provide world-class support each and every day to our clients. So I did want to say just a couple of words on our partnership with Acumatica. So whether you're considering evaluating Acumatica or are already a customer, Workforce Now has pre-built integration with Acumatica. Our integration is certified. It's designed to unify accounting, payroll, and HR. So our customers always have the full picture. And our connection is designed to meet the simplest of needs and the most complex of needs. Think about the project-based organizations like construction. We can meet the needs of integration there. Or hey, maybe you just need general ledger file updated after payroll is processed. In that scenario, we have you covered with our pre-built integration. So I could go on and on about Acumatica and Workforce Now. I'm not going to. I'm going to turn it over to AI to talk about I turn over to Jamie to talk about AI, the topic you all came for. Would that be interesting if we had an AI bot just delivering the content today? That's like a whole other thing. But anyways, Jamie, over to you. Take it away. Appreciate you.
Of course, absolutely. Thank you so much, Jeff. And it's nice to engage with all of you virtually. Nice to meet you. I'm an area product leader here for ADP Canada. I've been within HCM for over 15 years. On both our sales and strategy sides of our business. And I won't read all of this, but I am a subject matter expert in the product suite, ADP Workforce Now, in both the US and Canada, specifically around the mid-market. And, when I'm not talking about HCM or cosplaying as an AI robot, I am here. I work out of Pennsylvania, but I fly to Mississauga quite frequently. So happy to meet all of you, and I'm so excited to talk to you about AI and technology today. And as always, anytime I share anything about whether it's product or AI or HCM, this is not to be considered legal advice or the final word on any of today's topics or any sort of political opinion. And any roadmap information contained is directional in nature, and timings can be an estimate and things are subject to change. But either way, happy to share and happy to dive in. And so I'd like to get a little engagement in the chat, which, Jeff, I'm going to ask you to let me know how this poll performs. What impact has AI had on you professionally? Just put it in the chat. You can say A, no impact, B, some impact, or C, pretty significant. And I know, right, AI is a common topic of conversation. It comes up, it feels like, holistically in a lot of business conversations. So curious to get the room's read on the impact it's had on you professionally.
Looking for some brave souls to chime in. Nothing yet.
It's okay. We can circle back to it and we'll keep moving just for time.
Oh, I got an A.
We got an A. So it's not impacting you yet. Fair enough.
Well, so Jeff and Jamie, there's a separate tab that's called polls. So we actually have quite a number of people who have given us.
Apologies.
Thank you, Sean. So we have 33% little to no, 55% some, and 11% significant. So it's good.
That tracks. I think it impact, and especially dependent upon the industry you're in, right? I do want to talk a little bit about just the influence of social apps in business in general, and what is the fastest growing app, right, in terms of what's being used in the business space right? And you'll see that typically from a road of up to 100 million users of downloads, right? And if you're looking at the numbers, you'll see that Threads, it looks like it grew pretty quickly, and ChatGPT is right up there, right? And you think about AI technology, it's moving fast and it's becoming a part of our world, right? 73% of employers use and list AI technology as one of their top priorities. On the flip side of that, 75% admit that they're struggling to find, specifically for business use cases, right? Because certainly ChatGPT, you can put in prompts and you can learn about recipes, right? But we want to know, how can we use these apps and tools in our day-to-day lives and in our jobs, right? So I want to talk a little bit about the trends in data and generative AI in general, right? The challenge today is that AI and that data, it's really important to any business looking to get ahead of the curve, right? This technology has been out. It's been out for a couple of years now, right? And I think folks are, and especially in the Canadian market, are trying to get an understanding, and they want to be able to simplify the ability to understand and use these capabilities, right, to better support them throughout their day-to-day. So whether you're in HR, or you're in payroll, or you're handling GL, right, doesn't matter. How can we use these tools to help support and drive and make our jobs easier, as well as being able to, maintain an ethical and compliant response to these technologies, and, getting better insights about their organizations. And if you look to the right, 60% of HR leaders are, some folks are still not sure on where we're going with this technology. So hopefully today we gain a little bit of clarity when having these discussions. And so if used properly, AI can perform tasks more effectively, quicker, and at scale. Right? And the through line at the bottom is that those tools could even reduce or help mitigate that bias in your standard HR practices today. But anytime you use technology, right, there may be gaps. And my cohort here in the US that does these presentations with me has shared with me about the blueberry theory. And so if you take a look at ChatGPT and you ask ChatGPT, where's the letter R in blueberry? And then you use Anthropic, or Ask Gronk, or a different type of AI prompt, it's going to give you a different answer, right? Like there isn't a streamlined, concise, consistent answer system, right? And I feel like this particular prompt with blueberry, that this has been resolved, somebody flagged it and they fixed it. But if you think about that, just because you're plugging data in and getting data out, you want to make sure that the data quality and that output is there, and that you're using AI tools that you can trust, especially when it comes to HR and business practices. So just something to keep in mind, right? And there's certainly the power of AI in our everyday life. Everybody, I'm not going to say the name of the company that makes the phone, but we all know what it does, right? You have your AI in your phone. We use it every day. So you ask AI, right, to call a contact in your phone, or you ask AI to share your ETA, right, via text message, right? But it only works. And if you don't have those contacts stored in your phone, can Siri or AI perform the task for you? And if for those that can use the chat or the poll prompts, like the answer is no, right? There has to be some setup there. There has to be some provisioning in order for it to work. But if it's set up properly, it can automate those tasks and make it easy. I didn't have to push a button to call anyone. My phone's just going to call Vivian and my contacts, and I can move on with my day. And so the power of AI and HCM transcends everyday life, right? Being able to create and maintain those connection points. So whether it's hiring and onboarding using generative AI, or making sure that I'm getting paid on time and that setup of that process is easy, whether it's managing scheduling and PTO, or just growing and developing using AI to source match skills and learning assessments, right, when you're developing your employees. So there are a lot of different use cases for AI and HCM as we're looking to expand. And if you think about it, HR is the primary HCM area where any business type, doesn't matter, is leveraging these tools. So if you think about it, it could be, and it doesn't matter the size. You'll see we have data from 1 employee, small businesses, all the way up to 1,000+ employers, right? And making sure that you have the tools you need to meet your buyers and your, the prospects and clients where they're at today in terms of the things that we can offer. And I think, again, there's a ton of questions on what is it actually going to do? and HR leaders are concerned, right? And I know they want to use it, but they're like, how? And these are all of the different ways across the ADP platform that we can help. Jeff, I do want to pause quickly. Any questions from the audience so far? Or am I good to keep moving?
I think you're good to keep moving. We can pause for a second to see if some thoughts are coming to mind that they'd like to share. I'll keep monitoring.
Great. And so ADP, right, especially within Workforce Now and across all of our platforms, the whole end goal is to make all of our technology, whether it's you're paying your employees or you're tracking PTO or you're connecting with Acumatica and your GL, right, being able to make it easy to use and not take away that human connection that is HR, right? Because human is in the name of human resources. So while AI is important, it's not going to replace that one-on-one connection that you have, as well as being able to make it smart and make it easy to use. So whether that's taking all of the data from different parts of our systems and your day-to-day transactions of your employees and being able to put it all together for you in an easy-to-use tool. And how do we do that? You can certainly leverage the power of data. So not only do we have generative AI within our platforms, but we do offer something called ADP's Data Cloud, where we give you real-time insights into your metrics across multiple functions for businesses in Canada. Today, we have 2.5 million employee records specifically to Canada and over 20K employers where we're able to pull data and share it with our customer base, right? And they use these AI tools. So you'll see the map of the provinces on the top left. We're able to help our clients find and attract top talent, be able to maximize employee retention, and optimize labor cost. So being able to use the tools. So if you think about how ADP Workforce Now and AI work together with our data set to be able to give you real-time reporting on the screen, I know that that's a huge value add to our clients. And now all the things we're excited about, right? Talking about AI and how it all connects. So we mentioned this at the beginning, how it's all Workforce Now and it's all one experience. And we've added our branded product, ADP Assist, across multiple platforms within Workforce Now, right? So whether you're a payroll-only client or you have payroll, HR, and time, right? We have AI sprinkled out strategically where it makes sense to be able to do that process automation, provide those insights, and again, those personalized, tailored experiences that our clients need. And the most important thing, and I like to pause on this because I think it's very, very important. We are not just going to put stuff into our system that doesn't meet a rigorous, ethical, and secure and protected standard, right? We have a lot of data, right? 42 million wage earners holistically in North America. And we work across, as Jeff mentioned at the beginning, 140 countries. And we work with your data, right? We pay 1 in 5 Canadians. It's a big deal. So we're not just going to throw tools in that aren't rigorously vetted and make sure that they meet a strict compliance standard, right? So we're making sure that there's predictive risk assessments, and we're making sure that there's natural real-time chatting and intuitive context. Like the whole idea behind this is we're not just going to throw things in the technology that don't make sense. And if it's not going to work for our customers, we're not going to spend the time to put it in, right? So always like to, share that caveat. Anytime you talk about AI, you want to make sure that it's AI that you can trust. And again, not all AI is created equal, right? So we're always prioritizing ethical use of AI, as well as stringent focus on security and privacy with rigorous oversight. And again, making sure that mitigating bias and ensuring those diverse perspectives are included. Because again, that data coming in to the system has to be good quality for you to get that output from all of these tools and this technology. And that's something that ADP prides themselves in. And we maintain this standard across all of our products. And so in Canada today, if you are a Workforce Now customer, you're interested in learning more, this is where you can see AI in our technology. We have personalized insights. So where you're an employee that works for an organization that has Workforce Now as their system of record. If I want to be able to ask a question in a chat prompt, so things like being able to see my time card or being able to check punches, right? Or having that chat, that feature functionality, that is available today with ADP Assist, right? For the employee. So I can ask a question like, hey, what's my PTO balance? So it can be conversational, transactional, and predictive. And then coming soon, on the bottom left is our job description wizard enhanced by ADP Assist, where we can help remove bias from job descriptions. And so it'll help you customize based on the skills and the industry focus that you're looking for. And it will tailor a job description to address your additional needs, right? And again, it's designed to remove those inherent biases. So if you were creating a job description from scratch, you may not know, right, that inherent bias is there. And this tool helps to mitigate that and keep it compliant, which is really great, right? So again, we have it today live in the Technology in Canada, and we have more to come on the roadmap, not just job descriptions. And also included with ADP's Workforce Now is industry insights. So on top of the AI tools that we provide, we're also able to give you insight. And I just pulled mock sample data of what our outputs look like in our technology. So if you want industry insights specifically around overtime or absence management or any sort of like how long is it taking for your managers to edit their time cards, right? And you want some insights into your data, we provide it to you in an easily digestible report that you can share internally, right? So it's industry insights across HR, time, payroll for our Canadian customers. And here's just another example. I downloaded this out. So if you as an organization are looking into return on investment for these tools and technology, if my overtime hours, right, is up higher than the national average for a like organization in Canada, I want to know, right? And what are some things that I can do to help mitigate that? We give you some tips and tricks there on the right-hand side, right? So for our business users and, end users and our customers in Canada, it's really important to be able to have access to your data quickly, easily digestible, right? Because how long would it take you to manually create this output where all you have to do is click a button saying, I want to look at overtime, and it pulls it up for me in real time with my data, as well as the benchmark data of companies in like-minded industries in Canada. So I think this is our last poll today, and we're coming up right around I've got about 4 minutes left, and we can use the poll feature. Jeff knows where to find it. After today, are you interested in learning more about how ADP and the Answer Company can help your business? So I'll give Jeff a minute to tabulate those results. We have a couple minutes left if anyone has any questions. We really appreciate the time. Thank you for taking 30 minutes out of your day to chat with us. We're excited to share our innovation story and to hear from our clients and prospects. And Jeff, I can pass it back to you for any closing questions before we adjourn today.
Yeah, Jamie, first off, thank you again. Thank everyone for attending. Definitely some good results here and interest following this call. So thank you for all those who are interested in learning more. I know folks were invited by a myriad of different sources, whether it was your customer success manager at the Answer Company or another representative of the Answer Company or somebody from ADP. Feel free to reach out to them to learn more. But Sean, I'll throw it over to you to wrap us up.
Great. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate the time today. So for any customers on the line, if you are interested in ADP, you can reach out to your customer success manager. If not, there is an email address on screen here that will take you to our internal team who'll make sure it's a good fit for you. So this recording will be sent out in the next day or so, and you will be able to access it on demand. Thank you again to Jeff and Jamie at ADP, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Mm-hmm.